in that idea, how do you become better in front of your client's eyes? You become better by several things. Definitely, marketing is going to connect you to those clients, but it's also going to show those clients, customers, either sellers or buyers, that you're in control, that you're organized, that you're up to date, and it gives you that professional sense to your client of organization. If you One thing that I teach with the real estate and how to do your business, when you go to a presentation, for instance, again, you're marketing yourself too. So we're going into this beginning opening of who you are and how to present yourself and why this is important. And it's because your client wants to know whether they're going to choose you or they're going to choose somebody else. So how do you distinguish yourself? Everybody has different personalities. Okay, one is more happy, esto, lo otro, and it's okay. They do have maybe some more connections, and depends. However, the foundation that doesn't change from somebody who's ha 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 to somebody who's more serious, the one that doesn't change that your client's gonna see is whether you are organized or you're just a clown, not organized, and you're, oh, better, let me see this, and not get back to your client. You have to be a professional, and that's your marketing and marketing is something you need to know. But to finish this opening with regard to who you are, the fact is that whenever you go to a listing, I always tell people when we, have the class for how to have a listing, how to get a listing, and all that, is you get the connection through these tools or anything. You get a connection. You're gonna go to a listing presentation and see if that seller wants to choose you or over the other. Before you go to a presentation, you have to organize yourself so they see that you know how to deal with it, and you feel more confident if you're organized before going. So the day or two before, you organize yourself, you put all your materials together, you already did the comparables, you did maybe some pictures. You have a folder, very organized folder, and it start with what you first are going to talk about. Si es el comparable, si es nada más un opening, que te voy a enseñar esto ahora, que es part of marketing, ya tienes lo primerito que vas a hablar arriba y lo demás así. Entonces lo vas parte, porque en vez de estar buscando y espera, aquí lo tengo. Okay, so acá hay la presentación que ustedes hacen en control, organización, saber lo último que tienen al día, enseña a ese seller, ese buyer, que prefieren cogerte a ti antes de otra persona, antes de otro agent que se ve más o menos. So, tú vas a ir organizadamente y tener las herramientas, los tools para poder enseñarle que tú estás al día con todo. So when you go to something like a listing presentation, let's just start that as an example. Listing presentation temporarily, just an example. You take what I was telling you, a folder, nice folder with their information, but you're gonna take something to show them what marketing tools you have that gives you an edge over maybe another realtor that doesn't show them these things. For instance, tú sé que when you become a part of the Miami Realtors Association, every year they send you materials when you renew, ¿no? Cuando renuevas todos los años te mandan materiales y cosas. Una de las cosas que te mandan es esto, y si lo ven bien, es un tipo de marketing tool que tú puedes usar presentándolo. Eso estamos hablando de, estas cosas son traditional marketing tools, tú sabes que son de papel y cosas y otras cosas que vamos a ver en el traditional marketing. El otro que vamos a hablar es social marketing, social media y other forms que vamos a hablar definitivamente, que es importantísimo en el día de hoy. Pero cuando llevas esto mismo te dice, when you list with me, listings are featured by more than 154 participating publishers. En otras palabras, tú le explicas al seller, mira, no, tú vas a estar conmigo y te vamos a poner el MS, pero ponerte en el MS también va a estar en todas estas sites que tú sabes que es realtor.com, realestate.com, Propzio Pro, proxyopro.com. Y ustedes no saben lo que es ProxyPro. El que no sabe lo que es ProxyPro es un free site que tiene como un webpage en el association que se llama ProxyPro, que tú mismo lo puedes hacer fácil imponiendo tu información. Esa página de ProxyPro lo puedes utilizar para el extranjero, para la gente del extranjero. Es un internet y conectas. Lo que no saben la gente, que si tú estás arriba del ProxyPro y estás viendo a menudo hacer cosas, no solo pones tus listings ahí para el extranjero, sino también tienes conexiones que haces con agentes. Tú puedes conectar, mira, esta gente a lo mejor quiere conectar conmigo, entonces tú vas conectando. No solo con tu listing, pero es nada más conectar también con otros real estate. Entonces algunos real estate agents allá también miran el ProxyPro, ven tu propiedad, conectan contigo en España, conecta con uno y puedes conectar, aunque no tengas nada con esos países, pero conecta, entonces tienes otro network ahí. Al final, eso es todo lo que hay aquí, ProxyPro, esto, y le explica qué cosa es ProxyPro, que también el extranjero, el international, también se va a poner. Y enseña tu listing. So, esto yo lo tengo, no lo traje hoy, pero yo lo tengo laminado, y yo tengo aquí mi tarjeta, la puse por aquí, la tarjeta mía. Aquí arriba le puse la tarjeta, hice una copia bonita, y entonces lo laminé. Recuérdate, todo es la presentación, hasta la cosa como laminada en vez de es otra cosa, igual con cualquier otra cosa que enseñen. Hoy tampoco traje, que es otro marketing presentation que uso para el seller. Es un flyer que tiene Sam de One Stop Realty. Ese flyer está en el website, las cosas. Pero ese flyer que tenía decía todo lo de One Stop. Ya el año que viene va a tener 25 años en la industria, One Stop. Y una de las cosas que yo uso para marketing y el seller presentation es para que sepan, mira, yo estoy en esta compañía, llevamos, siempre te incluyes, ahora te voy a enseñar cómo te incluyes en todo, como si tú eres One Stop, you know, like maybe you're like the owner, you know, almost. You are not, of course, Sam, please forgive me for saying. Pero if you include, si tú las palabritas que tú usas, a veces es importante. Ahora, we have 25 years in the business. One Stop has 25. Okay, yeah, but One Stop, me included, a lo mejor tiene 2 años nada más como realtor, pero we have 25 years in the industry, okay? Entonces, we own 2 buildings as owners throughout the years, one in Doral, the other one in Westchester. They're buildings with a lot of offices. We have connections around. We also have realtors que hacemos mencionar, a veces tenemos algún realtor por aquí para allá del extranjero igual. And you'll see that we have connections around, but then you show them that this company has been with which you are, they want to know, 25 years without a problem. Es una compañía que tiene mucho apoyo.
También menciona que hay 210 agentes en One Stop Realty.
Sí, también, mira, otra cosa es verdad, aquí tenemos más de 200 agentes que somos por alrededor, tenemos muchas conexiones. Así que tú tratas, si necesitas hablar de la compañía, te hablan ellos, te preguntan. Si no le dices nada, te preguntan, ya tú sabes, tenemos 25 años en la industria. Somos dueños de los dos edificios en Miami, uno grande en Westchester y uno bien grande allá en Doral y todo. O sea, se ve que es una compañía que tiene la habilidad. ¿Cuántas compañías tienen dueños de edificios? Esos todos Century Village branches are lease. No, son leases de franquicia. Y esto es una compañía que tiene dinero y ha hecho dinero para invertir y hacer esto, porque está estable. Entonces, eso es una de las cosas en la presentación para tú darle los tools que tú tienes, lo pones laminado. El que tenía Sam, que te digo que es un flyer con los edificios, ahí puedes enseñar One Stop con las fotos de los 2 edificios grandes. Y también es otra cosa que tú presentas como el support que tú tienes. Ahora, aparte de eso, cuando tú hablas, vamos a decir, tú le dices a ese seller tu conocimiento de lo que es la venta, le enseñas los comparables y eso. Pero también va a trabajar esto que te digo ahora en dos formas. Uno va a ser para el buyer y uno va a ser para el seller. Es que tú tienes control, you have control, and let me put that, you have control over the one who's getting the loan. Even if you're the seller's listing, you look at who is getting the loan with what real estate agent, and you look at that. Why? And that shows that you have control. Again, the theme here is you showing your organization, your control over the transaction that you're gonna have over somebody else, and the ability of you using tools that will give you up-to-date things that will help that seller or sell the property and buyer get property right away. You tell the buyer the whole thing about how to do how you're gonna get those properties immediately to them with all the tools that you have. Now, what I was saying is that the control of the loan, why as a listing agent, does anybody have an idea why would I say que un listing agent tiene control del loan cuando tú eres el listing agent? ¿Por qué yo digo eso? Why? Anybody has an idea?
What's the question?
Why you're a listing agent? Why, as a listing agent, do you say that you have control over the loan? Just an idea, no?
Because you can choose a preferred lender.
You could. That's
You can
one
put
thing.
a preferred lender outside.
You could, definitely, that's one point. The other point that no one control access to, you as a listing agent have to control the transaction of the buyer. So if the buyer is represented by a realtor, and this has happened to me and I've been able to do well with it, I'm usually listings, a lot of listings, but I'm changing. I got a lot of buying now, that I'm going into and so forth. But listings, I've had listings where I see a transaction that maybe was given to the seller with $2,000 more, and this one was not as high, right? So the difference is $2,000 from one transaction to the other. I look at the transactions. I look at the realtor that's handling the matter. As a listing agent, you want that transaction to close, not just like you got a high offer. Oh my God, yeah, I got a high offer. Well, you could get a high offer, but do you think you could close? That's the point and the key, closing, going through the ability of success. What is the issue with this? That you tell the seller, I have the experience and knowledge of looking at who the buyer is through their realtor. If I see that realtor doesn't have control, doesn't sounds disorganized, and they tell me that the buyer went to the bank to get a loan, but I don't know who they went to. Okay, so now you start seeing a realtor with a buyer that doesn't know what's going on with the loan. That's a risk because who's controlling it? The realtor doesn't have much control. It's the bank, and the bank employees don't have incentive they just get paid by the hour, mostly. They don't have incentive to motivate. Yeah, so they could say, look, I'm sorry, but your loan wasn't approved, right? And in that aspect, if you show control to the seller, because you're gonna show that to the buyer, like I said, this works both ways. The buyer, you tell them the same thing. We have control for you to succeed in getting your loan. With the seller is the point as I know whether that loan, we have a better idea whether this loan could close or this loan. So the transaction that I had that had $2,000 more, I saw the realtor not in control. The buyers went to the bank. Who is the bank loan officer there? Oh, I don't know. I have to talk about this and that. Okay, that doesn't seem like it's going to work that well. And banks do not have too much incentive to help the buyer other than maybe, getting the loan done. But
And there's another way also that the seller can request a pre-qualification from the preferred lender
of course,
before accepting the offer.
Of course, this is where I'm going to. Yeah, I'm going to that point because. Yeah, exactly. Let me show you this and what we're talking about. That works again with both buyers and sellers. When you're telling the seller, in this aspect, I'm talking about the seller because you don't maybe realize that you could say this to the seller and show that you're in control. With a buyer, you're gonna do it. With the seller, and again, it works both ways. With the seller or buyer, but the seller, if you tell them, like my experience was, that with this loan that was $2,000 more and this one, I told the seller, look, in this second loan, the the mortgage is being handled by a direct lender with a qualification that I saw that's much better, although this is $2,000 less than this one that seems iffy. So I told the seller, and this is the true story, I told the seller, what do you think? I mean, I think it's better if we get somebody that's able to be more successful in closing the loan than somebody who's kind of like this. I talked to the realtor, they don't seem to know what's going on. And the seller agreed with me. Yeah, take this one then. We did close without a problem. There was a direct lender, and you know the difference, and Alex will talk to you, the difference between direct lenders and mortgage brokers, right? Mortgage brokers is an agent that tries to see what bank they could get something, but they are not in control of certain things. The bank has everything. They have the underwriter, they have everything. And most of the time it's out of state, in North Carolina or somewhere else. The direct lender, which is, and in fact, Alex is a direct lender with the company. The direct lender has the ability they have the underwriter with them that the bank, that if they have the other bank that they get the loan, the bank accepts that underwriter from the lender that Alex is in. So American Bancher. So basically that underwriters with American Bancher, not in North Carolina. Secondly, appraisals are controlled. I mean, no matter who they're with, the banks that are outside the state and giving finally the loan, they're gonna know that appraisal is gonna be a good appraisal that can't do something that is not true. But there are ways of talking, communicating with that appraisal, not an appraisal that you don't know who they are, but Alex knows the appraisals that they have that the bank also accepts. What Alex did for me once was, for instance, I had a house, and I'm talking all about the seller knowing that you have control over a loan and you would explain these circumstances.
That's part of marketing yourself.
It is. You're marketing yourself. This is my introduction, and then we're going to go now into everything. But my introduction, again, the theme is you looking organized, in control of the matter, not only as the listing agent, but knowing that you have control over that realtor that will have a buyer, and then showing your marketing. But the point is that Alex helped me with this situation because he has communication with the appraiser and who knows what to do. Not in a sense, it's just knowing what to do in that, what are the circumstances. I had a house that apparently had one section that there were living quarters, how do you call it? In-law quarters, right? Which is a little separate room that you rent if you want to, and so forth. But of course, it didn't have a kitchen it had maybe a microwave, and then had cabinets.
A wet bar.
Yeah, wet bar, and it had a little bathroom. But Alex gave me the idea that maybe do a few things here and there. And it really is make sure that when you go there, it's a different scenario, but it's a utility room with a bathroom. You could have a utility room, and a utility room is not an extra room. Okay, a utility room, no, Alex, is not considered an additional living quarter. So anyway, those are the issues. Control. Have your control of the mortgage, control of the.
Yeah, those little things, not like they're gonna do anything illegal.
No, it's not what I'm saying. It's not illegal. It's just
four appraisers in our panel.
Correct.
And they all try to help out in that sense.
Well, yeah, because it's just
sometimes they take a picture this way instead of that way.
Yeah.
So and that's
or take out this or take out that, and that's it.
Closing or not closing.
Yeah.
So the bank appraisal gonna go and just go like that. He has 20 for the day. It's a and they're not going to look at that. So.
Yeah, but anyway, so the point is communication and control with the mortgage that you have for buyers, but also a direct lender that a buyer that you're the listing agent that another buyer either has a direct lender or not. Show the seller that the difference and the control about that and the success you may be able to get to close the transaction.
And then the title.
Yeah,
let's touch
exactly.
on that.
So again, that's my introduction, and now we're gonna.
No, I want to keep going with that.
Yeah.
I want to keep going with that. That's part of marketing yourself. So, like to your buyers and to your sellers, telling them you have a professional team that will work with the loan. With the buyers, they need a loan. You refer them the mortgage lender. We prefer American Bank shares. And you tell them, look, they find a way to help you close the deal, flexible communication. They're always ready to talk on the phone. It's not like banks. So you refer them, they'll feel more comfortable. Also, with the title company, you tell them, look, we have an in-house title company, attorney owned as well. Oh, I get nervous. Attorney owned, so they have control of when we do have a contract on a house. When we do have a contract on the house, the attorney jumps in. Okay, they jump in. They're taking control of all the transactions you've been putting into the lending.
Mm-hmm.
So all the sides are getting in control, and that's part of marketing yourself. That they know that you have everything in house.
Yeah.
That everything's gonna close good.
Yeah, exactly.
Not only yourself, but you have a team to your sellers as well. When you're talking to them, look, we have an in-house lending, or we prefer this mortgage company. They're gonna qualify your buyers.
Is a direct lender.
Any buyer we bring to you, we're gonna qualify them, and we have an in-house title company. Both work the same way. Maybe announce, yeah.
Yeah, no, of course. And I'll tell you one thing. Again, this is you also showing a buyer that you have control over it and everything's in one stop, just like idea. Again, this is something that you have the ability to market. One Stop has everything in the same place. So you are here, just like I tell people, no, the good thing I have is I have the direct lender running the office. I don't have to go to another building or try to call, is he in? Oh, can I talk to him? No, he's not in. Oh, wait a minute. I have him here. I could just walk in and look in the door. So that communication is clear. It's right here.
Yeah, it's complete control,
exactly.
Complete communication.
The title company,
Same thing.
the difference too, yes, with the title company, it's not just a title company. It's a title company with an attorney that could solve legal problems. Remember, there are title companies could be a non-owned attorney title company. You just have to be licensed as a title agent under it's like an insurance agent. You are licensed to give insurance for title. An attorney is licensed to give insurance for title if they have a title company, because attorneys cannot do title policies if they're not a title agent also. So those attorneys that own the title company have to be licensed as title agents.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, point is you have another factor. Oh yeah, we have a title company and we're gonna close your loan, and we have an attorney in that title company that could solve any issues legally and not have to go through one attorney over here, the title company over here, the loan over there with a mortgage.
It's
everything.
all organized and in control.
So, and you could present them when you come over here. So, okay.
Yeah, and that's very valuable that it has an attorney on. Now that we went over that, we have the mortgage company here, part of the mortgage team. Maybe they want to say a few words
Before, yeah.
No, really quick, I just want to go over
Part of
this.
the-
Yeah, quickly, yeah, we'll go into that, sure.
Well, first of all, I want to introduce the new adults to the team here. Rocio, she started with us, so if you have any mortgage questions or anything. Ana Maria Torrado, also she started with us. And Maggie also got her mortgage license. We got new people. Any of us can help you with mortgages.
Yeah, I've got the support.
I passed this out, which is something now new with the condos spot approval FHA. Just for you guys have to have the information in case you have a buyer that they can only qualify to buy a condo. Now they can buy a condo FHA with only 3.5% down. The highlighted part on the top is what you're gonna need to turn in to make sure that we do the spot approval on the condo. So basically, the bylaws of the condominium, the condo questionnaire, which is attached to the packet here. There's a checklist, also a checklist that we need that all this the association has to fill out. So the condo questionnaire, the checklist, the bylaws you get from the seller, because let's say you have a buyer and you have a contract, now they have to give you, I think by the contract, they have to give you the bylaws. So we need those bylaws. The hazard and flood master policy. Okay. Budget for the association to see the reserve. They do have to have the 10% reserve to get approved by FHA. And the HO6, which is the insurance inside the unit. So basically, those are the things that you're gonna need to get that spot approval on the condo.
It's not hard.
Reserves 10%.
The reserve 10%.
You might
So-
forget these things, but remember, you have your lenders here and just ask them, what is it we need again? Help me with communicating with the buyer,
Yeah.
you know, but
So one of the things
you're
with
aware of them.
marketing, let's say, listen, okay, I have good credit, I have the income, been working for 2 years. Stop renting. You can buy a condo now. Say I live in a condo, I pay, $1,500 of rent, $1,300. You can buy a condo with very little money. They're approved FHA. Because some people think that they can't buy. No, I don't. And condos were really hard to buy before this. You needed minimum 10%, and that's because we can do it as a lender. The banks don't have it. Us as a lender, we could have done 2 loans, minimum 10%. That's the minimum on a condo. It didn't have reserve. Now they can do FHA.
Yeah, and the point that Alex is making is that before condo association, because I also have a management company and I manage condo association, which is another tool I use, saying to the buyer or the seller, look, I have management experience, so look, I know how to deal with the process of the buyer going through the process or not. But what I was gonna say with the FHA and the condo association, before FHA had to have the condo apply to them to get an approval for the condo association to be approved for FHA, which 96% are not approved because all the foreclosures occurred back then and they never reapplied again. The association has to apply to get approval and no one really did it.
For the whole project.
For the whole association, no one can buy FHA if that association wasn't approved. Now it's different. Now FHA is allowing the buyer to just go to that unit and look and see whether they approve that unit with a few things, but not because now there's an ability to be able to go to any normally association, right?
There's the list on the bottom is ineligible properties. You guys can read, they don't qualify because of all those down there, but you can read that on your own. But basically, yeah, you can get that unit approved. The whole project doesn't have to be approved. We can approve that unit to buy FHA. It has to go through all these, regulations and all that, but it's possible to get it approved.
Alex, pero tiene que ser nada más que el 10% del
Eso es una de las regulaciones.
Okay.
Una de las regulaciones que no pueden haber más de 10% de FHA units approved.
Exactly, okay.
Sorry, pero it's starting now, so it's not.
Yeah, it's not gonna
too
be-
many, that's not gonna be an issue now.
Okay.
If you have to do a spot approval, is it gonna have any effect on the amount of time it takes to close the deal?
No, it should be, I want to do this from when you get the executed contract, start getting this right away. Because it might take like a week or so to get this approved. By the time we get everything, the association has to fill out the condo questionnaire. How long does it take for that? So once we submit, it's gonna be a couple of days to submit everything, so.
Is there any additional costs to the buyer for this?
No, not from the bank, not from us. The
No.
association might charge a little more. Well, they charge for the condo questionnaire. Maybe it's included in that. But besides the condo questionnaire, it's just all the regular stuff that you always get. There's just like a checklist that, which is not too much. The checklist here.
Alex, does this program apply also for co-ops or only condos?
No, condo.
Only condos.
Next month, we're gonna have a meeting with
So
our
that's
in-house lenders and title company. They're gonna have a combined meeting as well, so we can get more information.
Yeah.
Who's that?
With the lending company.
When is it?
No, we're not saying yet.
Oh, we're not the date.
We're gonna
Okay,
coordinate.
okay.
December the 24th.
Or next Wednesday for lunch.
Yeah.
No.
Okay,
All
so,
right, thank you.
no, thank you, I appreciate it. Again, all is here for your buyer, and then you have that selling point that you have control because you have everything here to communicate.
Yeah. Also about your company, talking
Okay.
about one stop is all you need. We have it all in house.
Okay.
We do marketing. We have a marketing department as well. Does listings. videos, photography. We have 200 agents. We have 2 offices.
I can add something back
Exactly.
to the presentation, back to the example that Henry gave of the presentation.
Mhm.
Before you even walk in, the client is either gonna know something about you and have some trust, or absolutely nothing. You wanna be on the side of trust, because they're gonna be looking you up, especially now with the phones and stuff.
I know.
That's right.
You're
Yeah.
gonna be bored, they're gonna be
They're
thinking,
looking
oh,
up.
I'm meeting with this realtor, so I'm gonna look her up, or him or her. And you're gonna wanna establish that trust before you even walk into the room. So that we're gonna, talk
You're
about
gonna
that.
talk
Yeah.
about how you get Google approvals from your clients.
So
That
that's something
if they Google who's who and they see the approval rate, some people say, oh, they're bad, they didn't help me with a transaction. Or, yeah, hey, you know, tell the client, Danny, we'll talk about that now, and then we'll go over it, but that's part of it. So let's jump into a little bit now about traditional marketing. What is traditional marketing? Anybody has idea? What is your usual marketing
What is
now?
that
Let's
called?
take out social media. Take out social media from your mind, like if you're 20 years back. What was the traditional marketing? Anybody have, you know, flyers, your card or postcards, flyers, your, you know, of course, your own business card,
Door hangers.
door hangers, which we have still, and it still works, believe it or not, door hangers, because it catches the attention right away rather than just those letters. And at one point back in then, before social media, there were letters that I remember having gone through an analysis of how to market the letters. Yeah, and the logo, we're gonna go through that now, the logo. But the letters are like, if you have one like that was yellow with this and that, sometimes it made more than an impression than a white letter. But anyway, that's traditional marketing, which still exists. You could still use it, but sometimes you have to spend money. Of course, remember you have to you have to spend money for postcards. You have to spend money for letters that you send out and things like that. We're gonna see
Traditional
how.
marketing is still useful. And
It's
I
very
think it will
useful.
always be.
I mean, newspaper, magazines, door hangers, emails, which we'll
We're
go
gonna
through.
go over each.
And then basically the postcards and sometimes the one-on-one. And the fact of belonging to associations, going to events, network, but belonging to association, just belong to an association that you're happy with, and you're gonna have a good time, but at the same time, you're able to sell your business, which goes to the logo part. What is branding? Anybody know what branding is? Branding, ¿saben lo que es el branding? Okay, branding is, you have either, you know, yourself a logo, but you keep putting it in different forms, in an email, in your business card, the same logo, the same picture, you know, you constantly put it in your email. That's one thing we're gonna talk about, putting your email, putting the one stop is all you need with the logo, but then you could add a little saying about that you have always, you could have a little saying, success always with me. Something you could add in your email. You could put everything the same way in your letter, in your in letters if you send, in your business card. Use the same everywhere in your email so that people will remember by seeing you constantly with the same logo, same sayings,
That's a
instructions.
slogan.
A slogan, exactly, Robert. I mean, the slogan for One Stop, use it, which is one stop is all you need. You could explain, but you could put underneath your own little saying, not too much, because then you're gonna put a paragraph, just a very to the point saying, success always with me, or something like that, or close always.
Yeah, Maggie has a good slogan.
Exactly. I was gonna mention hers.
What was hers?
Yeah.
Just call Maggie is her slogan.
Yeah, just go Maggie, yeah,
One stop is right here and just call Maggie.
yeah,
So we have
exactly.
the magnetic signs to put on your car. So when you're driving, if you have a PA, that's a business expense already. You're driving around and you're promoting your name, that you're a real estate professional. We have those here. You can order them from us. And company shirts, if you're shopping, you're not working that day, you're still working. People are gonna be like, oh, you do real estate? Oh, let me see, okay. So especially when you're going to listing appointments, wear them when you're working. You should always wear something that makes you look like you're in the real estate business. Having the logo. We have shirts that you can order as well. Name tags. If you're not wearing your shirt, you should wear a name tag. Shows you're working, you're a professional real estate, a realtor.
Yeah.
The door hangers. Exactly. We have some here.
Door hangers work because in a way, you're farming the area. Everybody knows what I'm saying about farming the area. You say you're an expert in Westchester. Why are you an expert? Because you have a big office in Westchester. You know Westchester, you have a big office. Even though you don't live in Westchester, you don't have to say you work in Westchester. You have a big office. You farm. So what do? You have door hangers. Because it's not a letter that goes by the mail. The person immediately gets the door hanger, and they may see it and look at it. They're gonna see it rather than they have an envelope in a letter inside. Realtor or something. They just maybe take the envelope and throw it away. But at least the door hanger, they'll look at it because it's red. It's right on the door, and then what happened is it's it's a realtor, and then maybe I should contact them. So farming, door hangers are still effective.
The door hangers are least expensive too. You have a couple of door hangers, 30 door hangers. You don't have to send them through the mail. You walk to a house. Oh look, this one looks like they might want to sell.
Just knock on the door.
If they're there, if the card's there,
open.
you door knock. Look, I'm just leaving you this because we're in real estate. We're in the neighborhood. We work this area.
And if you have kids, you could give them the incentive. Hey, I'll give you $20 if you do this around the block, and have get involved with your business. But if you have kids, you give them $20. They get $20 in their pocket, and then they put the door hangers for you around the area.
Fine you for that.
Exactly. Yeah, nowadays they start going up there. Yeah. Wait a minute, I need to buy an iPad. You gotta give me a little more for that then. But anyway, those are effective.
So that's an icebreaker too. Bringing a door hanger and saying, look, let's set up an appointment. Maybe, or if you know anybody that's wanting to sell, let them know. Maybe they might want to sell.
I mean,
So doing that.
postcards, postcards, and also that are like door hanger, but they are postcards, and they
Postcards is what you mail out. We have,
or
have
give
these
out,
here.
or you could just have some in the car and give it out.
check
when
these
you-
out, pass them out.
Or go to a table.
Postcards, we recommend a system that they let you do they send to each house and they tell you to do your home estimate. So there's a link on the postcard, and I've done it a few times. You're gonna see it here. And there's a link, the seller goes in or the homeowner goes into the link, they have their own code, they're gonna see their property, a picture of their house with the home estimate. And then you as the realtor will get notified that that person went to go check how much your home is worth. So you can go to their house, talk to them, look, I saw you did the home estimate, but I can give you a better home estimate. Maybe it's not that
An
good.
introduction.
I did a comparable market analysis. Maybe you're just curious, or maybe you do want to sell.
Referring to that one, is this one, it's the first one here.
The
It's this
two
one.
with you'll see the link and the code,
It-
those two.
This first one here.
So that's
Okay.
good too. When you get a listing, just list it. You send them out in the neighborhood. People are gonna go into the
Send it At
link.
the same time, they
You're
get
gonna see.
the code to go in, they
Yeah,
check.
people are gonna go into their own private link, which is their house. They wanna see their home estimate, even if they're curious, and you're gonna get notified that they went in.
Yeah, so it's not just your listing, but that other property is gonna have an ability, right, to then look at their
Yeah,
house.
like
Their
look
own
at their
house,
house.
yeah.
So you show them this, so it's a two-purpose thing. You
Yeah.
show them a listing you already have in the area, plus you're telling them, look, I could tell you what your house is worth, and people will look at it and it will advise you they're looking at what their house is worth. And, are you selling? Do you want to sell? Or,
If you don't have a listing right now, you can also market one of the one-stop listings. All of those are accessible for you guys to market. Send out a postcard, just listed. Okay, the agents will be happy if it's their listing, that you're sending out a postcard, and people are gonna go into the link. They're gonna see your face. Oh, okay, that's the person that's always sending postcards. Yeah, she's really good at marketing, or he's really good at marketing. Those are very effective. Just listed, just sold, or holiday postcards as well. A special holiday. Get your name out there, get your picture out there.
Exactly.
They're gonna remember you. They're gonna say, oh yeah, this is the marketer. She knows how to market, the listing. If I wanted to sell, or if I had a friend I wanted to sell, family member, she's good at marketing.
Yeah,
He's good at marketing.
Again, it's all-
Déjame agregar algo.
Sí, always talk.
Cuando yo empecé a trabajar en el 2004, no tenía lista ninguno.
Mhm.
So, nosotros anunciamos en la revista. Todos los listes de One Stop, todo lo que tenía la compañía, que somos nosotros mismos, la compañía de nosotros, yo los anunciaba en la revista.
Mhm.
Y así yo vendía todos los meses. So, ustedes tienen, todos nosotros tenemos el beneficio de que tenemos muchos listings en la oficina.
Mhm.
So, anúncienlo como si fueran de ustedes, tienen el
Exacto.
permiso
Sí.
de nosotros porque somos nosotros mismos.
Claro,
No tienen que
claro.
decirle a otra compañía,
Exacto.
autorízame para anunciarlo.
A nosotros.
Y tienen, como tiene listing, porque eso da más personalidad, te hace pensar que eres, tú sabes, tremenda realtor.
Acción, trae acción.
Y todo, acción trae acción, como dice mi grupo.
Exacto.
Go back to basics. Anúncense por todos los lugares que ustedes quieran y
Ujú.
los websites también son muy buenos y tenemos nosotros las herramientas.
Sí, poner houses for sale. Y si quieren que alguno de los listings, si enseña houses en la área tuya, look, these houses are for sale from our company, and we could, show you if you are
No sé, it's
interested.
yours, it's your listing.
Yeah. Anyway, so tiene esas habilidades también aquí con las conexiones que vamos a entrar ahora más en esto en el social media, pero sabe todo lo que es el professional picture. I know que Danny has taken some of those pictures también profesionalmente y te lo pone bien en la tarjeta y todo lo que hay. Otra cosa,
There's another slide.
yeah, before, no,
There's another slide.
okay,
We're gonna go over this.
okay, networking, yeah.
So business cards you always have to have, okay? Pass them out and networking events.
Yeah.
And it's good to have your picture on a business card or the postcard you send out. It's good they see your face so they feel like, they have a relationship with you. If they just see a name, they're not gonna know, I don't know who they are, really. They're not gonna feel good. So it's good to have a professional picture. And business cards you always have to have wherever you are, on a cruise and on vacation.
A lot of people putting on
Yeah, I had a little, I have to admit,
Who is this? This is nice.
I have to admit, you'll see my picture
Yeah,
in one of my websites, so it's a few. So, yeah, I have a picture in the website, you'll see the website. Today, we're gonna talk how you get a free website by floridarealtors.com that you could add videos, right? So I have that website from some years ago, so yes, I had a little more up here, and I think I did a little photo, they did a little Photoshop top for me, but
Yeah.
anyway.
Try to get a recent picture.
To
So they know you're on top of your business.
to get out of what we talked already about branding, logo, put it everywhere, in your email, el logo, your picture or your saying, todo en la tarjeta, la misma cosa, lo vas añadiendo en todo lo que tú anuncias, o hasta el email. El email, la gente, yo tengo ahí un link a mi website, ahí también puedes poner links de Facebook, que we'll go over that, tú puedes poner el emblema, el emblem de Facebook, tocarlo y te lleva a tu Facebook page en tu email. So en tu email le das todas estas cosas a la gente de verte a ti. Okay, so anyway, networking, we talked about events, associations you could belong to, and so forth. Yeah, Jose, there's an association in Westchester here, a business association, Jose, no? And so there are associations you belong to that you enjoy being there, but at the same time you market yourself. Events, okay. Vamos a decir que you are in an event, either an event at a business event or association event or something. You could always wear your logo or show yourself who you are so they will see you. Apart from giving out the cards, if you have something, they'll see who you are, what you are about, okay? In events like, let's say you have I don't know if you could use your own shirt, I think in March of Dimes and things like that we talked about, but like events that you either go to, like somewhere in Tropical Park, they have agriculture or something
Lo hemos
event.
hecho, y con Reina también,
Sí,
muchos eventos de Huacaján.
sí, por eso, en esos eventos, tú puedes tener una cosa que diga One Stop, puedes, si quieres, puedes ir más allá y poner Realtor for You y puedes poner tu teléfono también para que la gente te vea, mira, este es un Realtor y le pones el teléfono, una cosa bonita, profesional.
Hay
No,
una casa que le toma una foto.
también,
Yeah.
sí.
It's
Así
good to have
que
it on your back
date
because they don't know
cuenta
you're looking.
de cuando vas a todos estos lugares, ponte en que ellos te vean, no solo cuando llegues y des tarjeta, a lo mejor ya te ven de lejos algo y le coges la atención. Así que los de networking, ya sabes, asociaciones, eventos que vas, que no son tu asociación, pero vas a eventos en Dade County y lleva, algo que enseñe, something that will show who you are from far away, not just by giving a card and all that.
Yeah, try to always go to networking events.
So,
Sometimes you're gonna meet buyers and sellers depending on the event you're going to,
Yeah.
or you're gonna go to a real estate event where you're gonna see realtors, wear your logo, have your business card. Also remember, you can recruit them, okay? Tell them that you get 1% residual income every time you recruit. So that's also meeting and networking. You're gonna make money when they sell. And if they recruit, you're gonna make money when that person sells of their friend. So if you meet realtors, you can also connect with them and recruit them, get them to your team.
I gotta tell you one important thing, por favor, para que entiendan una cosa. Understand the situation that you're on an everyday, and I'm gonna tell you something interesting. Ask for referrals, okay, from past clients. You have past clients, you have a list, hopefully with your clients from the past with telephones and email. And always keep up with them, give them something, happy Thanksgiving, esto, lo otro. Keep up with your clients. But one thing I need to also tell you that I remember, there's a thing I took from a Buffini course or something, and it told you how to talk to somebody that you go there almost every day or whoever. Let's say you have a restaurant, you go over there and the people know you. In this situation, they did a video and they showed the guy going into a sushi place. And the guy doing the sushi is the owner. And he knows him for, hey, how are you doing? Yeah, good. And you? And good to see you again. And all this stuff. So the guy was talking to the guy, and then, what are you doing? And what do you do? Or what are you up to today? Well, no, I have some real estate transaction and this and that. By the way, if you're interested, but look at this. If you're interested in anything with real estate that you either want to buy or sell, let me know. But also, if you don't, those that you know, your family or anybody, let them also be aware that I'm there for them. Since I come to your place all the time, you know me. So remember, anything you do, el barbershop, the beauty salon, barber, whatever it is nowadays, it's a mixed thing. Talk to them, talk to the reception of the beauty salon other than your own person, talk to your accountant, talk to your attorney, your accountant. Those are people that you're giving business, they should give business to you.
Yeah.
And those are people with a lot of businesses with transaction, attorneys and accountants, okay? So talk to them because you're giving them business, they should try to give some business to you. Anything, the landscaper, the one who cuts your yard and your house, this and that, tell them, because it goes to around many houses, and tell them, if you, into it, let those that you go out there, let them know that I'm a realtor and I'm there for them. So just think of who you talk to, who
The
you.
landscapers what? We just finished closing my landscaper.
Yeah.
My house.
No, and again, all these people that are around you that you actually pay them to do things for you, try to have them do something for you by giving you a client. Anybody that you deal with on a daily maybe basis. So keep it in mind.
That's reaching out to your sphere.
So exactly.
If you meet anybody, don't be a secret agent. Let them know you're a realtor.
And
If you're
now,
at the gym or somewhere,
Mhm.
compliment them on something like, oh, I like those shoes. Oh, you live by here? Start a conversation, and eventually you're gonna mention it. Oh, I'm a realtor, yeah. So if you ever know anybody that wants to buy or sell, let them know.
And I gotta give you one important thing on this. This is interesting. I read a lot, and one article I once read that I just keep it in mind, and you guys should know, is that you create luck by just talking. You're in a line in the supermarket, and you talk to somebody. You start opening the door. You may connect. You never know, but it says that instead of just being quiet, if you just be a little so you talk, things may happen for you which you wouldn't have otherwise. So luck is sometimes, multiplied by just talking.
Yeah.
So
Just
anyway.
talk, and you'll end up mentioning that you're a realtor. And do you know anybody? Always ask them, do you know anybody? Not, do you want to sell or buy? No, do you know anybody that wants to sell or buy? There might be like, oh yeah, I want to actually.
Right.
And
Then
that's
it
what it is.
happens.
Don't ask them directly. Ask them like indirectly.
Yeah.
So they don't feel like, no, ask them indirectly like that.
So again, to practice is Do you know someone that wants to buy or sell real estate?
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. And, yeah, exactly. Not just you. If you know somebody that wants to buy, not just them.
Not directly.
Buy.
You're gonna see how social media is so different from traditional. Where traditional, you go one by one, door hanger for one, door hanger. Social media, Facebook and all these that we're gonna go over, you're giving this to one, maybe 20 people of your family. Those family members of yours have other people connected. Now you're multiplying your ability to connect by means and bounds without paying money for it.
Yeah,
Uh,
marketing right there.
The same thing with friends and family. Tell them that, not only for them, but if you know anybody in your work, tell them, your family, hey, if you know anybody in your work, please tell them about me and let them know that I'm a realtor and I could help them. So not just your family member in that fear, but that family member has a great fear of workers also in
And
their
other
office.
family members, yeah. And
So
closing gifts, when you close, try to give a closing gift so they remember you.
that's very nice, yeah.
With a
they'll-
logo,
they'll
with
keep
your
it.
brand. We also have one-stop wine bottles that you can
Yeah.
give as a closing gift.
That's very nice because it has it's a regular, red or white, but it has the one-stop logo. How many real estate offices? Century Village,
Yeah, one.
Century Village, it's a Century.
Wow.
That's a good one. I like.
Yeah, no, because I got something over there, Century Village. Century 21, how many, folks, how many real estate offices, like Remax, Century 21 has a bottle of wine with their own label
Yeah.
for you to give? No. So these are marketing things. If you get the wine bottle with the label of One Stop, the people say, oh, look at this. One Stop really has their own wine
So
thing.
that's an
The
easy,
wine
good
rate.
closing gift. And at the same time, when you're done closing, look, if you know anybody that wants to sell or buy, they already had a good experience with you, they're happy, okay? They might refer you a client. Let them know. Remember, refer me anybody that you might know. So
Exactly. So again, keep in mind, closing gift, it's very nice. People see something like that from you that another agent won't do. And you're not only having them as a future client, you're gonna have people under them, as a future client. So keep that in mind also. Anyway, so we now start going into still traditional but marketing tools that you have for free with the association. Okay, these are marketing tools. We're not yet in the social media aspect, but in a way, we're starting looking into it through this introduction. These are, you're gonna see it now, how to create a flyer for free. There are agent reviews that you have another here that Melinda's gonna go over, the property watch, etc. So here, for instance, you have, this is in the website for the Miami Realtors Association. It's the one that you go into for the MLS. You have this also in their homepage. So you have, it's not, the marketing tools in action is our title. That's not the title of the, of the
the
Miami.
tools and actions you should do now.
Yeah, exactly. So when you do go into Miami, you go into home and you're also gonna see all these, of course, windows. This, Melinda, agent,
Let me go in.
2000, she's gonna show you, that's a free tool that you use for association to create an easy, a very easy flyer for you. And you could tell your client also that you have flyers also that you are gonna create.
Look at this dashboard. There's a lot of things. We're gonna mention 4 of them, but there's many things that are free here that you can use for your business. I'm gonna show you a few.
What happens to most people just go to the matrix, for the MLS.
Yeah, exactly, and forget about everything else. You're paying for
There's
this.
so much.
You're paying $600-$700 a month, a year, I'm sorry. They may get up to that sometime in the future. No, hopefully not. It'll break us. But use the tools that are free for you to market. Just take a few minutes of your day and look into it.
We're going into Agent 3000 now. It has a few things. But one of them it has is to create flyers.
Agent 3000. Keep that
Agent
in mind.
3000.
Okay, so keep in mind the little window says Agent 3000.
They have a few things. They have webinars, a website that you can put for your property down here. You can post your listing on Craigslist as well.
Excellent. So that allows you to do that
Just
right
right
from
here.
that website.
Exactly.
Put it on Craigslist, the
These
other.
are all things that we need to take advantage of. They're free for us. Okay, this is a flyer. I'm gonna show you where, let's create a
how easy-
4-photo flyer.
Okay.
You have a listing.
You have a listing
Put-
already. Now you want to create a flyer. So if you're listing, in your listing, you're gonna go into that website to create a flyer, but it'll show you, put your listing here and
You drag the pictures.
your listing will come out with the pictures already up here for you to drag it. You see how easy it is to do this flyer? This is, Agent 3000 and
Agent 3000.
Agent 3000 is a little window, since you were here.
If you're marketing
The
a-
homepage of MLS, there are windows, and you'll see Agent 3000 is a free site tool.
It has many things. I'm showing you the flyer creating.
If you have a listing, again, to just quickly repeat, if you have a listing, if you go into Agent 3000 and you go into, the photo flyer,
Yeah.
if you go in that, it will immediately you put your listing number up here and it will get your photos already here for you to drag. You just go like that and drag and put the photos you want,
So
right?
if you're marketing a business that doesn't want to show their address, you can also put don't show address or don't show price. Okay, but right now.
Yeah,
we're gonna
that's
show-
for businesses that
You
you
can
don't,
add your profile picture,
you could add your profile.
maybe a QR code as well. So they can just put their camera to the QR code and it shows. Oh,
The
you can only
QR
pick-
code is created for you there in the flyer.
Yeah, you can only pick one profile photo or QR code. Profile, which one do we pick? Photo.
Photo.
Oh, your QR code, no, then it shows
yeah.
your profile or photo.
And it has all the information already, you don't have to,
So it has the information of everything you put in your listing. You don't have to type almost anything. It's just
And
click
there it is.
and click. Yeah, fuzzy. Look at that flyer immediately. That flyer was done in less than a minute.
Nice.
You saw it? In less than a
all
minute,
the
you
bullet
create a
points it
flyer.
has.
You create a flyer.
You
And
can
then,
edit whatever you wanted to say. You can just also go here, post to social networks right away.
and the interesting thing that I'm gonna tell you too, when you go to a listing presentation, get one of the properties that's listed from One Stop and do the flyer and say, look, this is what we do. We created this flyer for this property. And this is what we're gonna do for you. So bring a flyer for your listing from One Stop that is not yours, but you create a flyer and you take it with your listing materials. Okay, so here's what we put in the different websites, explain it. Here's the tools that we use. There's the one-stop flyer, and then you take a flyer from a listing that One Stop has because you're okay with it's okay with it, and show the seller you're trying to convince. Look, we also have created flyers for those properties that we are selling. In
There's
addition to all these websites, your property's gonna appear. Look, when you list with me, then you show all the 154 publishers,
Yeah.
750
It goes over
websites.
200 websites.
People
Your
don't
listing.
know that, but then they say, God, this person is, everybody. it seems
We also
like
have
a good-"
open house flyers. If you're gonna have an open house, you put the date in, put the time, you see, like that. Or broker open house. Put your name, all
Actually-
your info.
And once you create the flyer, Melinda, you could also put that flyer in Facebook and
Yeah.
other form. You could put it in your
Post to
Facebook
social
page.
network.
You could put it in an email and send it to people in an email. So the flyer is good for that also. Apart from having some with you always, because you never know, you're in an event, you're in somewhere that you may need to pass out flyers.
So check that out. Rate My Agent is so you can send your clients
Well, go back and
Anybody you close
show them again that.
right here, Rate My Agent,
Where is it?
up there, right here.
Oh, okay. The rate my agent. Remember, we're talking about having your clients rate you that are happy with you. Nothing. That are happy with you, make them rate you. So that way, everybody that looks you up before you go to see them, you're gonna have a good rating. Remember, that's something now young people are even doing, so looking at how you're rated.
So,
I mean,
exactly. You'll have your listings you closed on. If you were the buyer's agent or you were the listing agent, you're gonna see them here. Okay? Like, let's see. You put request a new review. You put their name and their email. I already have some templates created, like if they're a Spanish buyer, I'll put it in Spanish. Or if they were a Spanish seller, same. I have them created already, the templates. And you request the review. And they're gonna see it, and then let me see. This is all free.
but take your time on a daily basis, or what you can. Take, again, half an hour for emails that you have to do, half an hour for this, and then try to have half an hour to an hour for your marketing and good things you need to do. That's your success, your work in your business, which is what actually I teach at Miami-Dade College. When you have a business, you're working and you're doing things. You're working for the business, but you work in the business, but you need to work for the business by getting time to expand that business, to not just get day by day and just forget about how to adapt, how to expand here in this business. Take some time always. Make it into a calendar. If you don't calendar things, you don't do it sometimes. But calendar for you to do this. Oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna do these flyers today. Oh, wait a minute, I'm gonna do these seminars or something. But
Keep track. Once you close on something, go to your Rate My Agent, give them a request to rate you, and when they rate you, you can post it just right here. You put a message, oh, thank you so much. It was a pleasure working for you. Post a review on all these.
you see, you took your time to
All at
come
once.
here today, but you have now one advantage by coming here today that some other realtors don't have. Other real estate companies don't offer courses, individual, customized, personal courses like this. So,
Another one is eProperty Watch,
okay, how's
right
that?
here.
Yeah. What is the property?
So the eProperty Watch is to send your anybody that's looking to sell one day, or that could be anybody. Send them a link so they can be up to date with their market activity and their home value. It's gonna send them an email every 3 months, so it's not like bothering them or anything. It's every 3 months. It's like, okay, here's your market activity now. This in your neighborhood.
So you implement the emails and the names of each of your clients.
Yeah, these
from
are
the
some
past.
people that already are getting emails. You see,
So
I
you
sent
see-
it to all these.
So these are past customer, past clients that
As
you
well.
have added?
Both.
Both, I mean, yeah. And
Someone
then,
that's a for sale by owner that you have their email,
Oh,
put
okay.
them on here.
yeah, and then they will be updated with the value of the property every 3 months, what's selling, what's going on in their area, and they're gonna say, God, this realtor is really on top of things. And I'm gonna refer him to my sister or my aunt, or because they're on top of everything. So
So it'll show something like this, like your house is this much. Okay, more about the value. They can learn more. You're gonna see when it gets sent to them. They're gonna see things that are happening in their neighborhood, the FHA. It's valuable stuff so they can stay educated. They're gonna wanna see these emails. Every 3 months you can put it for. Okay,
It's
so
a watch, so you're watching the property.
okay,
they feel like they're educated.
exactly.
So you put them in here, you put their name, if you know their address, you put it in as well. If you don't, then you don't have to put it in and they'll write it in themselves. And so that's good too, so they keep seeing your face.
Remember, in any
Like
of your
you're giving them
conversations, exactly, now you mentioned something interesting, in any of your conversations, it's this kind of thing that you're educating. When we're showing you now, we're gonna show you YouTube, how to create videos from YouTube. But anything, people want something out of it, a value. You're not gonna say, oh, I'm the best realtor, this, that. No, people also want to know something that they could value. When you tell people something about their house, well, you know that if you when you sell your house, one thing we look over is a little bit about curb appeal, how your landscape gives a difference between one thing and the other, and we look at this. So you tell people something that they say, wait a minute, that's true. Maybe that's work. So they learn. always keep in mind what can you teach somebody that will learn, even if it's just a little bit, and that makes you also connect with them, and that's gonna definitely connect with you them in the YouTube video that we're gonna show you.
Yeah.
I can add to that. When you create,
Yeah.
when you create content, it's usually either one or two things. Either you're providing value, you're showing someone how you do something, but educational. You're somehow providing value to them, or you're trying to sell. So you're trying to promote yourself. So you think about that
You gotta balance
when
it.
you put out your content.
Mhm.
You're gonna want to balance that. And if you do a little bit more providing value, you're always gonna win.
Yeah,
When you do put out that one, post where, okay, here I have my something, which your listing or your event that you want them to participate in, then they're gonna
but let me,
appreciate that.
That's part of
Exactly.
sales.
Just wanna add.
but let me tell you how you also create value by experience and past transactions. And you tell the new listing that you have, oh, I sold this house, but I told the person that they needed to do this and that, and this is something, and then you're telling them something that will help. So they're giving value. So any past experience that you've had that you are able to do something about whether they sold their house or not by doing this or that, you could tell them, learn, from me, because I'm able to provide this
Yeah.
to you.
They love to follow people that
So-
are teaching them and
So
giving them value
Exactly.
and educating them. Like they want to
Exactly.
feel educated in real estate. Yeah. Not just here's my listing, here's what I sold. No, also give them value. Oh my gosh! So I went through.
yeah,
How was that transaction? What did
Exactly.
you learn from it?
when
So
you
they can
create the
learn as well.
YouTube video that we're talking about, you're gonna talk about, no, look, I also sold this house, and this house, what I did was that I told them that this landscaping should have been done this way, or it's a little bit
Mm.
different, and help
So many things.
do this and that with the landscaper, and it makes the house nicer. And or you gotta do this inside with the appliances, or always have it clean and neat when you go in. In fact, I have an experience that's interesting. I sold a condo years ago in the kind of Doral area, but right next to the turnpike. In other words, when anybody will go in there into that condo, they have the view of the turnpike, but you could hear the noise, right? So what did I do? I kind of distracted them a little bit by two things. One, first I put incense, olor, so at least something nice and positive, right? That just hear the sound and oh my God. So I put that. Secondly, I put a little music, maybe some classical music, like a little radio. People will go in and there's a music going on. And then of course the sliding doors that had the view, I kind of didn't open it completely. I had it kind of this way, where the blinds go like this. I had it this way where you still see sun and all that coming in, but you don't see the full view of the turnpike right there in front of you. And so I could tell people, look, I was able to sell this by doing these things, because it's all psychological too, of when somebody gets an impression of your house. Okay, what are you doing? You're selling yourself how you did something, but you're teaching them something that's good for them to
That you
have.
have knowledge in selling and negotiating.
So anyway,
So the CRM, there's a website that's called Real Office 360. That's an option to have a free CRM.
here,
It allows you to have
realoffice360.com. It gives you the CRM. Everybody knows CRM. What
Yeah.
CRM is?
the customer relationship management. So you can take control of all your buyers that you get, import all your buyers, all your leads that you get, and put them in there so you can keep track. Oh, I already called them, put that you called, keep track of them. That's a
It's like
good
a task.
to keep you organized.
Yes.
And not just have it on your phone, then you forget that you had that client. If you see it on your site about the Real Office 360.
Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, if you go to realoffice360.com, that's where you get a CRM.
Yeah, we went over
CRM.
that. Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. Which is good.
Entonces nosotros tenemos, enseguida que abrió la cuenta, Mike, que es el co-founder de la compañía, yes, I know him, and that company. It's a great system, because ahí tú puedes poner todos los contactos que tienes y vas a hacer lo que le llaman el Customer Relationship Management.
Es como un task
It's free.
page, sí.
No tiene nada que pagar. You don't have
Pero
to
eso
pay.
es porque tú tienes eso.
No, but I know.
Yeah, yeah, of course.
Once you log in, once you set up an account, then you get an email back from Mike, showing you how to do it.
Okay,
Then, there's always instructions how to work the CRM.
exactly.
Porque o sea, el CRM es algo que you really have to work at. You have to work on the CRM for your client. You have to, make sure que you put stuff that you want to send next week, or you want to put the birthdays, you want to put information that relates to that client. But go there and create an account, because that's going to be a free CRM for you. RioOffice360.com.
Exactly. Okay,
So-
no, that's a good
That's to keep
thing.
track of all your leads,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it gives
yeah.
you a good management thing for
Right.
you to know
Oye,
what to
Lo
do.
uno con CRM es que tú pones clientes que tienes y clientes que no tienes, en comillas, ¿no? Alguien que conociste, que tú dices,
Ya
"Bueno, esa
pusiste todo el
persona
contacto y
va a querer comprar de aquí a un año, 2 años, o 3 meses, 6 meses, y lo pones en ese CRM. Entonces CRM, tienes el email de la persona, tienes contacto, le vas mandando, tú sabes, el recordatorio, no lo pierdes, porque ¿qué pasa? Que a veces cogemos y ponemos un papelito de contacto.
o lo ponen en la gaveta, lo ponen en un expediente o algo.
Entonces, ese papelito, ¿sabes? Después, la semana que viene no te vas a acordar. You're not going to remember to call that client. Or maybe you do, but most probably since you're busy doing something else, your paper is going to get lost. So with the system, you put everybody that you know, people you're going to be working with in the future, and everything is organized. And the customer relationship management, and the CRM, that's what it's called. So we all have to have that.
So another tool that is free that markets yourself, okay, is your phone, the camera, okay, the camera. You take a video of yourself. Hey guys, I'm here at this listing. Post it on social media, okay? Or I'm here at the office. We're working on this. They want to know what you're doing. They're gonna follow you if you're keeping them. They want to see what you're up to. So take a video or teach them how to do something. Teach them about anything. You need to use your video and your photos.
Your phone nowadays is your tool too for many things. You take a video y put it in YouTube. Just by taking a video on your phone to yourself, lo pones y vamos a enseñar eso en YouTube, que hablas y le enseñas a la gente ciertas cosas a través de real estate, de cómo trabaja el real estate, cómo lo puedes. Entonces lo pones en YouTube y el YouTube lo puedes añadir al Facebook. Pero we'll go over that. So, seguimos esos phone tools that you have.
Yeah, email blast, do email
También.
blast. There's a website.
También tienes el de One Stop, el app de One Stop.
Yeah,
en
but
el
I've been
phone.
getting, in reference to the video, I've been getting Luis Barona, que es el new agent aquí. He was going to be here, but he had a client. He's been posting every day, and he's been getting clients.
He was just recording today here at the office.
Si su respuesta es positiva, pues probablemente tiene razón. En los últimos años ha venido subiendo el precio de la renta y se espera que continúe en ese ritmo. Pero hay opciones, eso es lo más importante. Primero, si estás rentando, quiero que sepas que pudieras estar comprando, muy probablemente. Pero para saber si puedes comprar, el primer paso se llama precalificación. Aquí en One Stop Realty tenemos precalificación gratis con nuestro prestamista preferencial.
So he's been doing this every day. He's been doing videos. So aquí está, he created a page. Entonces todos los días se graba un pedacito así de algo, and then he post it, and he's been getting likes and people. So he had a client that called him about it. Go, hey, I want to get pre-qualified. So just by doing that, you get out there and people see the consistency. Because that's what marketing is, being consistent.
Yeah, constantly doing things.
Consistent.
It doesn't matter
Okay.
if you're perfect, like with the
Right.
videos, they don't
There
need
you
to be
go. It doesn't
perfect.
matter if it comes out perfect.
Consistency always beats perfection.
Yeah.
But if you do want something more edited and polished, we do that here in house too. That's my specialty
Okay.
of editing and
Yeah.
professional cameras and stuff. But we can, that's more of a detail stuff. When you really
Yeah.
want to film a
If you want it
commercial,
free, you could do it yourself, but we can also do
Yeah.
it professionally for you. Record you and help you out on how you want to say
It's free
it.
for me.
Exactly. Email blast, we have property blast homes that we use a lot. Email blast anything, open houses, listings, or educational stuff too. An email signature, this is an example of a nice email signature.
¿Ven?
It's good
En
to
el
have.
email, cuando alguien ve esto, dice, "Contra, esta persona tiene todo organizado. Mira, Melinda, a phone number, her web page." Entonces ahí alguien hace así, clic y le va al Facebook, clic y le va al Google, clic y le va al otro Instagram y el LinkedIn, que vamos a hablar de eso también ahora. So, recuérdate, yo tengo lo mismo, los websites, las cosas, entonces you click y te va. Así que este es el email signature que te estoy hablando, y tener esto, hay veces lo puedes tener de una forma también en la tarjeta. Tú sabes que puedas tener toda la información parecida así, para que, y en otros lugares, en un flyer, poner lo mismo. Ese es el branding, usar la misma cosa en diferentes lugares que se te va a recordar la persona de ti, o la gente. So,
Anybody they send you an email to, they're gonna see your brand. They're gonna see that you have social media. They're gonna be able to follow you. They're gonna be able to give you reviews on Facebook if you have a business page. And we're gonna talk about now on Google as well. They can give you reviews.
So, yeah,
And the logo they're
vamos a
seeing
ver.
there.
Ok, ya estamos hablando de social media, modern marketing. Ok, modern marketing es lo que le llamamos versus traditional marketing. Aquí estamos hablando ahora de websites, apps, y entonces vamos a entrar después entre lo que es el Google, lo que es el YouTube y esto y lo otro, que ahora vamos a empezar a hacer todo lo demás. Así que websites, ¿no? Estamos hablando de websites. Recuérdate, y Sam, vamos a entrar en esto ahora. El website que tú tienes de gratis, de floridarealtors.com, todo el mundo sabe que tiene un website de gratis.
FloridaRealtors.org.
FloridaRealtors.org. Todo el mundo sabe que puedes coger un website gratis ahí y tú mismo lo haces.
De la asociación.
Yo tengo uno que te voy a enseñar, ahora te vamos a decir el link, pero if we want to show mine, mira el website mío que yo uso en español para en sí lo internacional. Entonces tú puedes poner todo, can you go down?
Yeah.
Tú puedes tener todo, la experiencia profesional, la educación si quieres, búsqueda. Yo pongo esto en español porque el website normalmente como es que para ponerlo en inglés, pero yo lo pude, el título, tú puedes poner el título, lo puse en español porque yo quiero usar esto para el extranjero y para gente español, porque hay otros websites que estamos en inglés. Pero entonces te voy a explicar cuál es la diferencia de este website bueno que tienes en una página, que la gente lo ve. ¿Qué te da este website que no te da todos los websites? Y es gratis, porque los demás tienen que pagar para poner esto mismo. Tú ves estas cosas aquí, estos son que tú pones el título, pero ya tienes el link. Ahora, por ejemplo, ponme aquí el link. Esto es algo que tu website lo va a tener para la gente ver los videos. Mira.
This one up here.
Sí,
This one.
yo estaba en el televisor y entonces este es uno de ellos.
Bueno, buen día, saludos a todos ustedes. Estamos aquí para cualquier pregunta que tengan, por favor. De todas maneras, llamen.
That's good. They see that.
Hemos equivocado, que yo soy la señora unos días live.
You're out there, you're professional.
Celular 6, área 2686 o algo, pero no estaba correcto. Así que llamen, estamos ahí, más de 20 años de experiencia para ayudarlos a ustedes en lo que es la compra y venta de propiedad, que hoy día es el momento de hacer el...
Más de 20 años, recuérdate que eso fue ya 5 años atrás.
Sí.
Muy bajos, que están los intereses para los compradores.
Sí, mira, fue en el 12.
That's gonna take too long.
Yeah, YouTube is beautiful. It's
Well,
amazing.
just,
It's the largest search for.
Damos ver. Ok, lo puedes cortar.
Yeah.
Pero ahí está Samuel y yo hablando también en televisión y la gente mira, este también, tú sabes, ha estado aquí. Entonces ya lo demás que no vamos a entrar, pues le puedes poner una página personal internacional, que es el Proxio Pro. El Proxio Pro, que te dije que es una página gratis que puedes coger de la asociación de Miami, Realtor Association, que es la internacional. El link lo puedes poner aquí, te da para mudarse, y periódico local y el website de One Stop también puedes poner el link ahí también, aparte de todo lo que sale, ¿ves? Ay, pues anyway.
So make sure your website, if you take videos, make sure your website has the videos of yours
Turn it
there.
back on again.
If they have your social media there. They have the association is free.
¿Se desconectó?
Aquí un momentico, pero ya lo puse para atrás. Déjame.
It
¿Cuál
should
es
be
el
fine.
link para el international page?
Proxio Pro.
The TV, no, disconnected.
Is it video?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Ah, mira, aquí también. Es que aquí también se fue.
Okay.
So your website has to have those videos, listings. They're gonna be able to search for properties.
¿Tú
Your
quieres
contact
darle
information.
el link, perdón?
I'm gonna
ma-
show
Ah,
them.
ok, el link de ahí. Ok.
Exactly. Your contact information and call to action buttons, like, oh, I want to request a showing, or okay, yes, call her and I want to get more information. That's fine.
Ahora vamos a ver el link para que tú veas ese website, ese page, a dónde lo consigues.
So these websites, they're good for you because when people search up your name, they're gonna see that you're professional. You can search up just your name.
Which is a great idea for everybody to do.
Like, okay, let's look up this agent. I'm gonna have an appointment with her. Okay, look, she has a Google account. I'm gonna show you how to create one. And everything she has, you know, it looks professional. Realtor, marketing. Having these websites does that for you. This is the website of One Stop Realty that we offer. Is when you're a realtor with us, you see call to action, contact me, I'm looking to buy, my website. So that's good. And
Yeah,
search for the properties there, quick links. You can also go to,
And the more content you produce and share online, the
You're gonna see it
higher
there.
you're gonna
Rank.
rank. Yeah, on the search.
In other words, lo que está hablando Dani es que mientras más cosas tú pones el Google account y pones cosas con tu nombre, siempre el mismo title, Google account, pones algo de tu website, en otros Facebook, otras cosas, right? Mientras más eso se pone con el título bien igual, más o menos igual, esto lo otro, la gente hacen así en Google y todos, tú sabes, te vas subiendo más a que te encuentren a ti.
Porque eso es lo que todo el mundo hace hoy en día. Just basically, o sea, hacer un search, tu nombre, tú le das el nombre, y ellos siempre van a ir a
And that
Google a
pops up.
buscar.
All these pictures are pictures I put on social media.
Entonces te enseña como profesional, con
So
experiencia.
it'll pop up and you'll see those pictures that they even go on Google. When you put up something on Facebook, it goes directly to Google too. So make sure you're always posting, you know, professional stuff, not, you know, decent things, you know.
Sí, no, tomando en la barra o algo.
Because it's gonna pop up everywhere when they type your name. Okay. So the Google account, like I was showing you, make sure to have a Google account that's good for you. It shows that, you know, you're a professional in the business. So here is mine. You can have your review. You can call it Melinda Bejarano. I put One Stop Realty as well. The address is the office location where you work. It can be here or Doral. When you work, your number. They can write a review for you.
Exactly. So anyway,
So it would
those are
be here
what
on
you-
this tab. So having a Google business is good. If you want to learn how to create one, I can go over it with you. And then we have YouTube and LinkedIn.
LinkedIn es otro LinkedIn. LinkedIn es otro website como Facebook, pero para un negocio. En otras palabras, el LinkedIn es más como un tipo de Facebook de negocio. Tú pones ahí el One Stop, tú como el agente de real estate puedes postear cosas igualito a Facebook, poner fotos, poner cosas, artículos interesantes, que esa es otra cosa que te iba a decir. Cuando tú tienes un Facebook page de Realtor, pon cosas interesantes, hasta artículos que cojas de otros lugares, que dice algo de qué es lo que está pasando en el mercado, qué es lo que ayuda a vender una casa, incluyendo videos que tú pones. Así que puedes poner en Facebook. LinkedIn es el que es para negocios, entonces conectas con otros negocios, pero otra gente que tienen también su propio negocio individual, y entonces eso te conecta con otra gente que está en el negocio, y cuando ven a ti como un realtor y después ven algunos videos, algo que tú posteas, incluyendo algunos artículos, dice, vamos a ver esta gente, este es lo más interesante, o vamos a hacer un appointment con ellos y hablar de nosotros, igual que ellos hablan de ellos, porque pueden ser gente que hacen cosas.
Yeah, LinkedIn is good for that.
Landscaping, todos tienen LinkedIn, landscaping, techeros, electricistas, compañías de asociaciones, todo está con LinkedIn. Así que busca LinkedIn y eso es una de los websites que tú puedes crear, igual como
There
Facebook.
you connect with other businesses. Try to, it's good to post articles there because that's professional, like, educational articles about real estate, professional content. So you can post your professional content about listings and things. Try to connect with people like 3 times a week, very often. Try to connect with people all the time so they can see,
Así como,
Melinda Bejarano, One Stop Realty,
So
connect with them.
That's the name. Yeah, exacto. Post articles, como dice Melinda, con artículos que puedes coger de otras cosas, de
from other
Realtor
links.
News. El Realtor News te dice, oh, the mortgage rates are down. Tú puedes coger ese artículo y ponerlo ahí como una tag to your Facebook y to your LinkedIn. Igual que tus videos también. Y entonces, profesional, lo que tú eres y que tú haces, porque es como un page anunciándote quién tú eres, te hace conectar con otra gente. Entonces tienes una biografía, si quieres, de lo que tú haces y que tú hiciste en el pasado.
Connect with people and create a nice bio. I'm a real estate professional. I've been in the business for this long, or my company has been in this long, and we're professional with marketing. Have a good bio, so people can see you as well. Like YouTube.
En YouTube, recuérdate, YouTube, aquí hay artículos de la misma revista de real estate que te dan y dice, hay un listing video que tú puedes hacer, un informational video. Remember que te hablé de un informational para que le eduques a la persona que lo que está pasando en el mercado, mira que los intereses bajaron, que esto, lo otro, el listing video.
Si quieren hacer un video, Dani aquí
también,
puede
exacto,
hacer un video profesional.
Exacto, porque mira, este mismo
de ellos,
exacto,
personalmente, tú sabes, haciendo no solamente la cámara ahí, pero con efecto y con edición.
Y con una música
Algo
interesante, pero fíjese, tú sabes que en el MLS hay veces están esas cosas que they put your photograph como un tour, pero eso no es un video en sí, ese es como un tour, como si fuera una cosa así, pero el video que tú también puedes poner en tu MLX. Tú puedes hacer un video enseñando la casa y tú hablando. No, look at here. This house has the appliances. The appliances. These are good. The house is in excellent condition. It has only a 3-year roof. Entonces, en tu listing, ese video lo puedes poner en tu listing de YouTube, lo puedes poner en tu Facebook, lo puedes poner en tu LinkedIn, el mismo video de YouTube que tú haces. Así que hablando de ese particular listing.
Es que hoy en día mucho video, hace falta hacer mucho video.
La gente son muy visual hoy día, y con el attention span, como hay poco tiempo, tienes que tratar de siempre presentar las cosas en un corto momento, tiempo, y decir las cosas ya escritas. Vamos a decir, tú vas a hacer el video, ya escribe algo y ten en mente lo que vas a decir antes de hablar, antes de usar el video, para que ya llegues al punto. Y cuando hables, hablas organizadamente. Así que el YouTube, recuérdate, es una herramienta muy importante hoy día y que lo usas para ponerlo en el website tuyo, como hablé, como viste el que tenemos, que el que yo tengo. Lo puedes poner en lo que es your listing para que tú hables para que vean que hay un YouTube video. La gente ve en el YouTube, entonces ya tú estás como persona saliendo hablando de la casa. No, this house, it has a roof that's only 3 years old, porque a lo mejor lo ponen escrito, pero el video te ve la persona hablando. Y eso, mira, te ayuda para que tú sepas, te ayuda a vender tu listing, pero te ayuda a la gente a verte. El que está viendo dice, coño, pero espera, este a lo mejor es un buen realtor, es un buen realtor. Mira cómo hace algo que no lo hace nadie. Así que en eso tú explicas en el listing video lo de la